I'm Rachel Anthony. Welcome back to my channel. Today I come to you because I want to talk to you about burnout. A couple weeks ago, I made a video about how I do it all. It was basically a video explaining how I project manage my life, almost every single part of my life. And I stand by everything I said in that video. However, there comes a point when your body tells you enough already, you're tired, you need to rest. And my body just told me that. And it came at an opportune time because we are in the Memorial Day weekend. I am actually recording this on the afternoon of Memorial Day. And I took this opportunity to rest. I made a deal with my body to basically take 4 days and do nothing. This wasn't a productivity reset or working quietly behind the scenes. It wasn't any of that. It was strictly me just not doing anything that remotely identified as work. So there was no writing, no editing, no marketing, no chores around the house, no grocery shopping, no content management, nothing. It was just me relaxing. And that's a hard thing for me because my brain never stops. It always is thinking about something that needs to be done. But I had to just shut it off this weekend, or I felt like my body was going to shut it off for me. Now, I am a type A personality. I definitely enjoy checking things off my list and achieving goals, just like I detailed in my video how I balance it all. But there's something that I think us type A people don't talk about enough, and that is that being highly motivated to achieve goals can lead to burnout. And we have to listen to our body and listen to those cues, because when we hit burnout, it becomes a demotivator to achieve those goals. So it can be counterproductive. There are definitely times when I had to determine the difference between what was necessary to push through and what wasn't. And in this weekend, I made sure that I had all of those things that were necessary to get done, to push through. They were done before this weekend, or they could wait until I was back in work mode next week or starting tomorrow. Those commitments are corporate America. You know, if there's something, if I have a deadline that I have to commit to in corporate America, I have to stick by those. So either I got them done last week, or I knew that they can wait until this week. Book commitments. I am working right now with a book designer, cover designer, to redesign the cover for A Time for Us. I made a point of not reviewing any designs this weekend because I knew if I saw them, I was going to want to put some editing notes around them and send them back to the designer. So I have 2 emails sitting in my inbox right now that I haven't opened. I refuse to open because I know if I open them, I'm going to want to start working on them. Everything that I had to either commit to, I got them done, or they could wait. And you have to determine what that is for you. Some things you have to get done and push through, and then there's some things that you can just put off for another day. Signs that my body was telling me that I was hitting burnout is I was just fatigued, so tired. I went to a book event. It was a book fair a couple weekends ago. It was last weekend. I went to a book fair. It was magnificent. I had such a good time. But I am an introvert by nature. And, you know, interacting with people for hours at a time is exhausting for me. By the time that event was over, my social battery was on empty, and because I had so much else going on throughout the week, I did not have time to recharge that battery. So I stayed tired all freaking week. My body was hurting. My shoulder was hurting which was, making it really difficult for me to get through some of my upper body workouts. My hip was hurting, which was making it difficult for me to get through some of my cardio. My back was hurting. My body was just in pain. But what was the real indicator for me was it was a day of a headache that I couldn't get rid of. And that was my true indicator that I just needed to go somewhere and sit the heck down. So that is what I did. That was the agreement I made with my body this weekend. I was going to go lay down. If you know, you know. The past, I would say 6 weeks have just been nonstop for me. It's just been going. I mentioned the book fair that I was at last weekend, but even with that, there's just been other things going on. The constant writing, editing, marketing, social media content, taxes. I went to the Bruno Mars concert. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend if you have the opportunity to see that young man live. Go do it. It was a time. It was a party, and it was exhausting, but I was happily exhausted. Do it all over again. Regular chores, house maintenance. It's like every toilet in my house is running right now, and it's driving me insane. So it's like all those things, individually, not big deals, but when they all are kind of piling up all together, not giving you any time to breathe, it can become exhausting. And that's where I was when I decided to take this weekend off. What did this weekend look like? Me taking this time off. What did that look like for me? It looked like me sleeping in. Now, usually sleeping in for me on a weekend is waking up at around 7:30 and doom scrolling on my phone until around 8 and then getting up. I am shocked to tell you that both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, well, not so much Sunday, Friday and Saturday, I literally slept until 9:30. I haven't done that in probably over a decade. Sunday, I was up a little bit earlier. That's when my body was telling me, okay, you're feeling more rested. And I was, awake and up by 8:30. And then this morning, which is Memorial Day, my eyes popped open at 7:30, and I felt rested. I didn't feel obligated to move. I didn't doom scroll this morning either. I just laid in bed. I did some reading. So yeah, that's one of the other things that I've done this weekend. I am reading. This one is Where the Wildflowers Grow by Tara Shelton Harris. I am loving it so far. I was hoping to finish it this weekend, but I didn't. I did finish an audiobook this weekend. The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. It was a quick listen. But yeah, I did a walk and got through that. And just sat out on the porch, quite frankly, and had some iced tea and just gazed out across the world and listened to that audiobook. It was very relaxing. It was deep, but yes, it was relaxing for me. So yeah, sleeping late, reading, listening to an audiobook, and no judgment, but binge watching Netflix historical documentaries about presidents. So this weekend I watched Washington, I watched Teddy Roosevelt, I watched FDR, and I am just about to start the Grant documentary. So I love documentaries as a whole, but historical documentaries, and this weekend I was just on my presidential kick. So that's how I relaxed. That's how I just kind of got my head to just be at ease. And as a result, the headache is gone. My body feels better. I'm not in pain. The shoulder pain is always going to be there, but it's not as intense. The hip pain is gone. So I feel like I'm back to myself again, and it feels so good. So I know this is part of that weekend day when I said I wasn't going to do anything, but I felt compelled to come on barefaced, hair uncoiffed. I'm in twists, kind of preparing for corporate America next week. But I did want to come on just to say to you, my friends, rest is not earned. It is required. It's okay for you to just take some time and do whatever relaxation looks like to you. Whether it's reading a book, taking a nap, taking a walk, laughing with family, binge watching a show that you've been putting off. Whatever relaxation and rest looks like to you, give yourself the grace to do that. You deserve it. You deserve it. You don't have to earn it. It is required. Your body will require it. And if you don't give it voluntarily, your body's going to take it involuntarily. And I definitely recommend the voluntary route. So that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you guys are having an amazing Memorial Day weekend, or have had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. It's been really kind of rainy and cloudy here in Charlotte, which kind of fed into that do nothing weekend. So it was pretty cool. I will see you again soon. I'm making no commitments as to when that will be, because I got a lot going on, but hopefully within the next week or so, you'll see my face again. Until then, talk to you soon.